Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
You find yourself struggling to get your max? Every day you think you can get the weight up, just halfway there you lose your power and have to be saved by your spotter at the last second? Why don't you take some time to think about it? Consider all that normal force and those vectors that are splitting when you're trying to bench. But whoa, you don't know anything about that. Here, let's go to Nathaniel and see if he can explain.
So here is our weightlifter. He has a bar that he is benching. There are two forces acting upon this bar. There is gravity, or the force due to gravity, pulling down upon the bar. Then you have the force that the weightlifter himself is applying to the bar. Now, most weightlifters do not push the bar up, directly up. They will push it at an angle, so that you have a force being pushed sideways and vertical. Now, to get the bar to go up, you need this vertical force to equal that. That means that you are doing much more total force applied than you need to. To mathematically analyze the forces applied on a bench press, when it's done incorrectly at an angle, you start with analyzing and looking at the forces applied in the x direction. We start with the sum of the forces in the x direction, meaning all the forces applied in the x direction. The only forces that are in the x direction is the one that you apply, the wasted force. This equals the mass of the bar times the acceleration of the bar. Next, we look at the forces in the y direction, or the vertical direction. The only forces acting on the bar in the vertical direction are the ones that you apply on it, and the force due to gravity in the opposite direction. So, when it's in the opposite direction, we subtract it and we make it equal to the mass of the bar multiplied by the acceleration of the bar. We do the math to solve for the force that you apply in the vertical direction. We now put the force that you apply in the x direction and force applied in the y direction together in an equation to solve for the total force applied on the bar while benching incorrectly. The mathematical analysis for benching the correct way is much simpler. All you need to do is do the math that we did to solve for the vertical component of the incorrect bench. This one is going to bench the bar straight up, straight vertical motion. This will use much less total force because you have that same force due to gravity pulling down, but to get it to move, it will apply only a straight vertical force. In conclusion, we have determined that benching straight vertically instead of at an angle is more efficient for the lifter. With the same amount of force, you will be able to bench much more weight.
Now, with the power of physics, you know how to bench more weight easier. So one day, you can look like these guys, or maybe even better.